So as some of you have probably already seen, the Leatherman Wave Alpha is coming October 14th, and there is amazing news. It is only $199. Now, a year or two ago, I probably would have complained about that, but for the same price as I think the Leatherman Charge TTI, I am pretty excited that the price has not skyrocketed, especially with MagnaCut. This now may actually be a better deal than the Leatherman Arc. And there's some also really cool stuff about this. I definitely already know which one I'm getting. I've already decided, and yeah, pretty excited about it. All right, now on the video that they put out on Instagram, you can see it on Leatherman Reddit, and also Leatherman has already sent an alpha to a gentleman on YouTube. So I'll link that video below. And then I've got news that no one else is talking about, a brand new tool from Leatherman for 2026. So make sure you stay to the end where I'm going to be talking about that brand new tool. Now, the gentleman from Leatherman, he talks about this being his first project and about three things that they looked at in making the Leatherman Wave Alpha. Now, as I've mentioned before, it is very similar to the Decoyu DK, what is now the DK27. You can get some of these with these orange handles, and this will be very similar to what the Leatherman Alpha will be in its tool set. One of the first things they talk about with the Leatherman Wave Alpha is that its handles are made for comfort. That's one of the first things they looked at was comfort, which I think is a little different. I don't think that most people would have said comfort is their number one priority for a multi-tool, but that's what Leatherman said. And so they have G10 handles, which will be different from the G10 that they have had in prior tools. So it won't just have ridges all through it, but it will actually be built up on the lower end of the handle, and then that is supposed to be for enhanced comfort. Now, the second thing, and they claim that this will be one of the most comfortable multi-tools on the market. We'll have to see, because Roxxon, with its rounded edges, I would have said is one of the most comfortable tools on the market. So we'll have to maybe do a test against Roxxon and see if they have actually achieved that or not. Now, the second thing they talked about was large scissors. Now, the Alpha, and I did not realize this until recently, is the Alpha will have the largest cutting surface of any scissor on a plier-based multi-tool in the Leatherman lineup. So the scissors on the Alpha will actually have a larger cutting area than even the Leatherman Surge, or the Free Series, or any other. Obviously, the Raptor will be larger, but on any plier-based multi-tool. So that's a fun fact. And we'll have to test out the scissors when they get here, October 14th as well. And then the third thing was the MagnaCut blade. So I don't know about you, but I don't know of hardly anyone who is excited about a MagnaCut on the Charge, or what's replacing the Charge. But Leatherman claimed that that's the third thing that they really felt like people wanted. Now, we've already gone through the tool set, and you can see on the screen the tool set of the Leatherman Wave Alpha. I don't want to just keep repeating myself over and over again, but one of the other takeaways that I learned from this video is that the pocket clip will actually come in 4 different colors. So it looks like there will be a brass, and then there will be an option for it to be laser etched. Now, if you remember the Donk pocket clip, they have had multiple different options that you can get with that, different patterns. And so it seems like Leatherman is picking up on some of these aftermarket ideas, and they're finally implementing it into the tool themselves, which I think is a smart move and something that probably should have been done years ago, but at least they're doing it now. All right, and then the final thing about the Leatherman Wave Alpha that I'm really excited about is actually the colors. It will come in 4 different colors: Obsidian, which is black, and then the Cascadian, or 3 different colors actually. The Cascadian, which is, to me, it looks like a bluish green, but more of an aqua color, or a green color, I guess. And then it will come in what they call Canyonland, or more like an orange like this. I'm thinking it might be a little bit more burnt orange, but that is definitely the one I'm planning to buy and get. So I'm excited about what Leatherman is doing. I feel like they're headed in the right direction. Now, I was almost convinced the Alpha would be almost $300. So I think it is amazing that it's still around that $200 price point. And this is a great move by Leatherman to not jack the price up extremely much, but still keep it, I don't know if you'd say affordable, but in Leatherman territory, it seems a lot like there's a lot more value for it at $200. Let me know what you think. All right, let's jump into the brand new tool for 2026. Now, in my many hours of meandering around YouTube and online, I finally ran into a video where a gentleman is talking to a Leatherman representative. And that is fairly rare because I don't feel like Leatherman goes to many trade shows. And this show, whatever it is, and I'll again leave the link below so you can see, I think it's NECA, whatever that means. But the Leatherman representative and him were talking about Leatherman is coming out with a brand new tool in the first half of 2026. So I'm assuming somewhere around May, April, maybe somewhere around there. And it will have several things. First of all, it will be TSA compliant. And supposedly that means it will have no knife or scissors. So no knife or scissors. And then it will have a toothpick and a nail clipper. Now, I don't know if this is the Leatherman Epsilon that we saw trademarked, because I thought that one had pliers. And then someone else has talked about a new, like a Leatherman clip style plier, almost like a mini skeletal. And maybe that's what it is, but supposedly something is coming. And it reminded me of what Roxxon did with their M4, this right here with this very minimalist nail clipper. And these do right here, and I'll have to, let's see, there we go. These do have scissors and a knife, but I'm wondering if Leatherman is making something very similar to the M4 with nail clippers and then something without the knife and scissors. But with the M4, I wonder if Leatherman is doing something like that with its new tool. We'll have to wait and see. Now, the other tool that it reminded me of was the Roxxon M1. And I have to say that I was very excited about this tool. It is about the size of a SOG power pint. And this one right here actually does have a knife, but it would be easy to make it without it. And then it has several tools in here like tweezers and this Phillips screwdriver and the scissors. But then it does have these nail clippers. Now, at the time, I was not a fan at all of these nail clippers taking up this large real estate. And that is a big reason why I actually haven't carried this much, because, yeah, the nail clippers just, I don't know. It just seemed a little weird to me for a regular carry tool to have that on it. And I preferred something like a bit driver. And so I've sort of shelved this, and the M1 I don't think has done extremely well. But now it seems like Leatherman is jumping on the bandwagon, and they are coming up with something like that for 2026. I don't know what you guys think about that. Toothpick and nail clippers is what they are talking about, TSA compliant. Let me know your thoughts below. It's a keychain tool, so it's going to be very small. In the video, the guy is filming the Leatherman tools, and one of the tools he's filming is a Leatherman Micra. I don't know if it will be built on like a Leatherman Micra half. They'll take half of a Leatherman Micra and make it out of that. I'm not really sure, but go ahead and check out his video and let me know what you think. Coming up soon, I guess. The months are flying by, and soon it will be 2026, and there will be another new model from Leatherman soon.